Hi, good morning everyone. Hope you all are fine at home. I'm your math teacher from California Public School. Welcome to the new chapter of sets, or we can say that world of sets. Okay, so in this chapter sets, already you have done sets in class 11 also. So this is just revision because to strengthen the sets chapter more strongly, we will do here sets again. Suppose there are two sets of books in a library. We want to combine them to make a new set of books. To get a new collection of well-defined objects from two sets, we need to do some operations on the sets. So here we are just doing some operations on the sets. So in this, first I have to revise again. So what are the sets? Collection of a well-defined object is called a set. If you make a pile of something, like if you have a same subject of books are there, notebooks are there, when you keep on the rack, like here, like math subject is there, you place books, notebooks all related with maths on the one cabinet. So that means you are going to make the set of maths related content. Okay, so here if you make the content of similar things, make the set of similar things, or we can say that well-defined object already you make the set of the similar things. Here each object of a set is called its element. Suppose you are arranging all the math contents in a one cabinet. Okay, so each content is called the element of that math set. So it means your set name becomes your that cabinet related to maths, and in this maths cabinet each content whatever you put inside that is considered as element of that cabinet. Similarly, how you define the set names? Set name is defined by your all English alphabet in capital letters, in, or we can say that uppercase letter, A, B, C, D, E, F up to Z. So all your 26 English alphabets are there. So we can consider any English alphabet in form of capital letters as the name of the set. And whatever how you represent the elements, you can't say that element 1, element 2, element 3. We also have to put some name of the element. So representing the elements, we go with the same A to Z alphabets of ABC, but in lowercase letter or in small letters like A, B, C, D, E, F. And if it is written like A, this sign we call it belongs to, and we read as A belongs to A, capital A. It means this A is the name of the set and A is the part of set A. So that means A is present in the A set. Set name is A and element is small a. So that means A is belongs to capital A. So A is the set name. So we consider that A is an element of A. But if we cross out this line with the belongs to, so we say that this is not belongs to, that means B not belongs to A. B is not belongs to A. So we can read as B is not a member of A. In the A set, B element is not present. So we represent as B not belongs to A. Now how you represent the sets? Actually we understand that what are the set. But now question is how you represent the set in front of other persons. Okay, so there is some criteria of representing. You can't say every time, oh, this is the set name, this is the element, this. No, you have some procedure for that. So there are three methods for that representation of sets. One is description method, second one is roster form, third one is set builder form. Description method means you have to write the set within the set in statement form. Set is represented as this by curly braces. Here before the curly braces you have to write the set name, and within the curly braces you have to describe the set. In description method you have to just represent the set in the statement form, like here set of all union territories of India. And a prime number less than 500. A is the prime number. A is prime number less than 500. It means in this set you are writing inside the in statement form. When you elaborate this statements, it means all the prime numbers less than 500 will be considered under B set. Next is roster and tabular form. Roster and tabular form, you write this set in the listed form. Listed means whatever exact quantity is there, you have to present that quantity. Like here in the A set, if I have 4 numbers like 1, 2, 3, 4, so this is the listed form. And in the B set, if MATHECS, so these are the alphabet of particular word. If you have one particular word is given to you and you are going to represent that particular word in form of a set, so what you do, repetition of the elements you have to not include it, only once you have to include it. Like you have to word mathematics, so in mathematics, so only those alphabets you have chosen, those are not repeated, that also, and whatever repeated is there, write only once, not in second times. So you have to choose different alphabets used in the word mathematics, so like MATHECS, so that is the different alphabet. So that is, we have given the name in the form of set as B. Now next is set building form. Set building form, you are not going to represent the set in any statement form or any listed form. You just write in the expression form. It means when you elaborate that set, or either in a listed form or either in a description form, it considers the same meaning. So these are the types of, and you have to present in any form of these three types. Here if it is written X, sometime written colon, and sometime written this line, we call it such that. So this means this is actually my set is representing with this, and after that what is written, that is belongs to that variable. If it is written X, then what is the X? X is equal to 2n. X is the expression where X is equal to 2n is there, and n belongs to natural numbers. N, capital N for natural numbers. Natural number represented with capital N. So that means your all natural numbers starting from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 up to infinite. You can choose any natural number here like 1, 2, 3. According to that, X value will be it comes as a result. Like suppose you have taken natural number here 2. 2 2s are 4. So under X it will be stored 4. So you have to go according to the natural number. If I consider with the natural number, no condition is written here, so what is it? It goes out infinite. Under infinite, I can choose any number between 1 to infinity. So in this case, this set becomes infinite because this set has no end, because in our natural numbers has no end. So if we have no limit is given, how many natural numbers we are using, so that becomes infinite set. It means not limit of that set. So if you elaborate this one, X is equal to 2n, according to that, that is same as infinite set. So this type of infinite set you always present in the set building form. So what is the difference between set building form and roster form is there? Roster form only works on limited number of quantity. Okay, but if quantity is large and there are many elements are there, you can't write in the set form or listed form, set listed form. So in that case we have an option of set building form. Next we have different type of sets. First is finite set. Finite set same as listed set. Those numbers you can we can say that any set which has end is there, not infinite should not be there. Like here all the vowels of English alphabets A, E, I, O, U, or we can write X belongs to the whole number. X is less than 1 lakh. X is 1 lakh means all the numbers less than 1 lakh, and there will be a whole numbers starting from 0 to less than 1 lakh. 1 lakh number is not included, so that should be considered at this set. So this set has large quantity of listed numbers. We can't represent in the tabular form or roster form, so we represent in the set building form. So in English alphabet there is limited, very small quantity of vowels, so that's why we represent that set as in listed form or roster form. Next is infinite set. Infinite set means those sets who has no end. Suppose you have to write all the integers. Integers move from infinity to infinity. So this set has no end. Like here, if it is written 0, 1, 2, 3. So in this is not infinite set, but here if it is represented as like this, small dots are there, so that becomes infinite set. If that dots is not shown here, so that means this set is finished as 0, 1, 2, 3. And another set is the all natural numbers. Natural number has no end, so if you write all natural number, that is considered infinite set. Singleton set, those element which has only one element, single element, like 0, 1, Delhi, name of the city. Empty set, no element is there, like even prime number greater than 2. If you count the prime numbers, and 2 is the only and only single even prime number, and if you are going to find even prime number greater than 2, so in our number system there is no even prime number greater than 2. 2 is the only single even prime numbers, so this consider as empty set, or empty set we consider as 5. So that is 5. 5 means no element in this set when you write in the tabular form. Here if it is written, you have to write the set A, but in the set elements are x, and x represent as x belongs to natural number but less than 1. So that is also wrong, because natural number starting from 1. If condition is x less than 1, so again there is no element, so that is empty set. So that becomes empty set. Now here universal set. Universal set means set of all integers, month in a year, name of month. Universal set means that is your experimentable set also, we can say that, from where we choose the number of sets or in which all the elements, required elements are present is there, so that we call it universal set. Now our next topic is cardinal number of set. Cardinal number means if you are preparing the set, you make the set, and how many elements are there, what is the quantity of elements in particular set is there, we call it cardinal number, and we represent as like n, small n, and the bracket a. A means the set, name of the set, so we read as this cardinal number of set A. N in the bracket capital A means cardinal number of the set A. Then cardinal number of infinite set is not defined. Always we can define the cardinal number of finite set, those sets where end is possible. Those sets where end is not possible, infinite end is there, not defined end is there, those sets you can't identify the cardinal number, because you can't identify how many elements will be there. So it is condition that only when number of elements is listed, and those set can be possibility of you make the set proper in the finite form, only those elements you can count. Like here, if A set is there 1, 2, 3, 4, so number of cardinal elements in A is 4. Now if your set is like x belongs to whole number and x is less than 10, when you convert this into tabular form, that will 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that means number of cardinal elements in set B is equal to 10. And if I have W set and only single element is there, then I write number of cardinal element in W set is equal to 1. Thank you and have a nice time.